Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir. We are from group 13 with the work of project entitled Contact Manager. First, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Deva Muhammad Rizky, and I will introduce my workmate too, Adel Devanza, which helped me finishing this project. And then we will move to the next slide, which is a table of contents slide. Okay, in this table of content, I will explain a brief explanations about what we will discover in the following slide. The main explanation or discussions for this project is a contact manager test, which is containing the test code for this application. This application manages the contact information and it's a very simple application with just only 2 Java classes inside of it. And then we will move to the following slide, which will be explained by my workmate, Ariel Delfanza.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Arudel Vanza Ramadindi. In this opportunity, I will explain about class contact and class contact manager. So this is the class contact. We create 3 variables, namely first name, last name, and phone number. And then we create getter and setter method to retrieve and receive input. Next, we create method for validation of first name, last name, and phone number. Okay, for if function, the color is yellow because there are have two condition, successful or error. Next, in the exception throw part, the color is red because at the time of input, we input the data by the validation we have made. If we input the data not by the validation we made, the color of exception throw part will be green. Okay, this is the contact manager class. We create map function for structured data. Next, we create add contact method that contain variable in the contact class. And we also initialize object and call several methods to add contact. For testing add contact method, produce a green color, which means it cover or reachable. Next, we create a getter contact method that serve to check all existing contact data. For the testing method getter contact, produce a green color, which means cover or reachable. Next, we create a check contact already exists method, which serve to check whether the new contact you want to enter already exists or not. For a function, the color is yellow because what I have explained before, the if function is always yellow because there are two conditions, success or error. In this case, the contact you want to enter doesn't exist, so the exception handling section is red. But if the contact we want to enter turn out to already exist, then the exception handling will be green. Next, we create a validate contact method that serves as validation when inputting contacts, the content of which we only call the validation method in the contact class. In this section, it is all green, meaning that our code it can be reached or covered. Next, we create a generate key method that contain a kind of format for return value of first name and last name. So that is from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, the remaining slide will be explained by me. I will explain the test code inside of this project and in only one class called Contact Manager Test class. The first method that we created is here. It's called should create contact, which is the method testing, the contact creation. You need to understand that this method is a test by looking the test annotation right here. By looking at the method name should create contact, we understand what the method is trying to do, but we can also provide a custom name for this method using the display test annotation. Using the method, inside the method, we created a context providing the first name, last name, and phone number details to the addContext method of the context manager class. We also can retrieve all the context information through the getAllContext method. And eventually, as last step, we are verifying that the results of getAllContext is not empty and the size of getAllContext list is exactly 1 using assert equals. And then we pass 2 arguments for the assert equals. And now we will move to the next method. We actually testing exception using assert rows right here. And our first test case, we successfully tested the happy path. Now let's explore some other scenarios. Here are some validations which are performed when we're creating a contact. The first name should not be null, and then the second last name should not be null also. The third thing is the phone number should have these 3 things. The first is be exactly 10 digits long. Second is contain only digits. And last thing of the phone number validations is the digits should start with 0. The second test case, whether the contact person is failed when we enter the first name as null, we are asserting that the addContext method throws a runtime exception. We can assert the exception using the assertThrow methods from the assertion class. Okay, and then we will move to the next topic, which is understanding the test lifecycle of this project. The first method on the top of all method is a before all method. The method marked with these annotations will be executed before any of the test methods are executed inside the test class. And then the second thing we have is before each method, the method marked with these annotations will be executed before each of the test method in the test class. And then in the last, in the end of this program, we have after each, the method marked with this annotation will be executed after each test method in the test class. And then we also have the after all. The method marked with this annotation will be executed after all of the test method are executed in the test class. Okay, and then we will move to the before all again. The before all method and before each perform some initialization actions like setting up the test data or environment data before executing the test. The after methods, after all and after each, perform cleanup actions like cleaning up of created environment data or test data. Okay, in here, the implementations of before all, we created a setup called test. Inside this method, I instantiate the contact manager and assign the object the static variable. I also added a method called teardown in the end of the program, so it will be covered later. The before each, by using these annotations, we can perform some operation which needs to be done before and after test execution. Note that the unit always created a new instance of the test before executing each test method. And then we'll move to the next slide. This is all the validations. It's the continuous progress of this method that I already explained before. And we have this display name, test configurations on developer machine. This simply only checks whether the program is being executed in a developer machines or a developer environment or not. Sadly, I'm not changing set the settings of my local machine, so it throws a red line here. In here, we have a method with the display name SheetReadContact, and this is simply only check whether this program is executed on what operating system. Why this line is green is because I'm executing this line of code using operating system Mac OS an Apple, so this should work correctly. And then we'll move. In here we have a nested annotation. And I'm using repeated tests for implementing this code. Okay. And after that, I also have class parameterized test. The parameterized test with a display name phone number should match the required format. And the argument that is being passed for this method is all the digits is exactly 10 numbers long, and it starts with exactly 0 character. In this page, we have a value source. You can provide input to the parameterized text using a value source annotation, where you can provide a set of string, long, double, float, literals to our test. Then you can access this string inside the test by first adding a string parameter to our test right here. Okay, and then after that we have a method source case. We can also use method source annotation to provide the input to our parameterized test. Using this annotation, we will refer the method name, which returns the values required for our test as an output. Here. Okay, this is all the same like a previous example that I explained before. And we also test a disabled annotation with a display name. The test should be disabled. This is obvious, and it will run a red line. And after that, like I was said before, we also have an after each method in the end of our program, and also the after all, we simply printing to the console should be executed at the end of the test. Okay, that's all from group 13 with the work of project contact manager. If there are any suggestions or queries, we would be glad to hear it. And furthermore, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.